Hey everybody, this is Travis Tooke, and I'm here with Coach Andrew Craig, undefeated MMA fighter who just came off of his recent victory at the Bellator Championships in San Antonio, Texas, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about that. So, Coach Andrew, tell us a little bit about your preparation for this last fight.
All right. Well, usually, we do like the 6 to 7 week training camp. For this one, I was actually kind of fortunate. I had another fight fall out about 2 weeks beforehand, so I was, I was able to get like an 8 or 9 week training camp, so I was in very good shape for it. Still able to peak at the right time. Went to American Top Team again, got about a weekend of training over there, which is always helpful. A lot of tough guys there. And, really the training that we implemented in here was what we thought the fight would bring. In the actual fight, it was pretty much verbatim exactly what Coach Travis and some other guys, had been working with me in the cage and everything. So, took care of all the conditioning here, the boxing, kickboxing, the wrestling, jiu-jitsu. So really covered all the grounds.
What was your conditioning like? I mean, obviously you had the conditioning that we do. We get in the cage and we do the drill. You're in the middle. You got a fresh guy. You're doing that with the stand-up,
right.
Cross training with guys like American Top Team, and obviously doing your jiu-jitsu. Was there any like specific, just straight conditioning that you did in preparation for this fight?
Yeah, twice a week we go to Dr. Lou over at, he's got the sports performance place, and just pretty much run us through the grinder. It's all sports specific, so it's not just, I'm getting exhausted boxing or wrestling or, the mixed martial arts. I'm getting exhausted, being more explosive, becoming stronger, faster, and all that kind of stuff.
Good deal. Now, tell me a little bit about like your thoughts before the fight, kind of going into it. I mean, the guy who fought Rodrigo Pinheiro, I mean, he's a real legit opponent. He's an undefeated MMA fighter. But anybody in the jiu-jitsu world knows who this guy is. I mean, when I lived in Brazil, I saw this guy compete. I saw him, he's one of the top guys, and what were your thoughts going into it? I mean, were you confident? Were you nervous? What were your feelings going into the fight?
Right. Well, I'm not as knowledgeable on all jiu-jitsu matter. So when I got the name, I was like, oh, cool, Bellator. I didn't think much about it. Ended up, we talked it over with you and Robbie, and ended up deciding to take the fight. But what was funny is I was confident the whole time. But whenever I would tell people, hey, yeah, I'm fighting for Bellator, they're like, oh, well, who you fighting? I'd be like, Rodrigo Pinheiro, and they're like, that's cool, man. Good luck. Kind of have that, and it would kind of make me second guess. Like, what? You don't think I can, do this? So, definitely kind of a scary prospect because he's such a top guy. But I felt confident in my training and my conditioning and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. So you prepared all the way. Felt confident going into it. That's one of the things. Like I always tell the guys, I think the mindset is one of the most important things going into the fight. And your preparation obviously, adds to your confidence. If you can self-talk all you want. It's like, oh, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna dominate, I'm gonna, because I believe in myself. But if you're not in shape and you're not out training every day, that's just a mask you're putting on. I mean, that's just something that kind of goes together. So that's great. Tell us a little bit, like how was the actual fight when you got in there and had to go do it?
Well, yeah, the fight was a lot of fun. Kind of the whole game plan for Rodrigo was to kind of be in his face with the strikes, yet keep my distance. So I didn't want to, wait around for him to double leg me or take me down and, start submitting me or pounding on me, because I knew he had finished, all 3 of his opponents in the first round. So I knew that if I kept this fight standing, then I, had a better chance of winning. And the longer it went, I thought I had a better chance of winning because my strength is kind of my conditioning, whereas Rodrigo, never seen him pass the first round. So, actually in the fight, I felt my jab landing. I felt real confident with that. The first round ended, could have been a draw. He landed a couple of kind of haymakers, but I think I had more technical striking, landed more shots. Second round, he obviously cut me, took me down, with a big takedown. He kind of slammed me on my back. Knew I had lost that one, but by the third round, I could feel him slowing down, feel more and more of my punches landing. I could feel myself speeding up. So, and then, as far as his grappling, I felt, it wasn't anything that I hadn't experienced before. So that's basically it. Was there any point in the fight, and this is something I try to tell guys, when you get down a little bit, when you're kind of hurting or the other person kind of gets in their game, I see a lot of guys quit. You can see it in their face. They just kind of gasp and look up, and that's like the beginning of the end for a lot of people. When he
got a hold of you. There were 2 times I remember in the fight where it could have been fairly dangerous for you. There was the first time where he got the takedown and he took you down, and there was a time where he caught your kick and he threw on the ankle lock, which was, looked fairly tight.
Right.
Was there any point where you kind of thought, like, oh man, this is, going to go downhill, or were you able to stay composed the whole time?
I was able to stay composed. I've been to enough gyms and trained enough where I've been down plenty and come back. I'm always getting beat up because you never want to be in the gym where you're the top dog. So that always helps, is being humbled all the time, being in those bad situations. The first takedown wasn't that bad. That was exactly what we practiced: shrimping, getting the underhook, and working back up against the fence. And so at that point, he didn't land any strikes, didn't even attempt a submission, so I felt fine right there. I know that third round when he caught the kick and went for the straight ankle, he was kind of on his last, piece of gas. So that was a little scary when he started going for the ankle and then tried to go to the heel hook. But I could feel how sweaty we were, my legs slipping out, and I knew that was it. Once I got out of there, it was home free.
Good deal. So with all your, all your experience, your fights that you've had so far, competition, training, how important is your team, behind you? I mean, do you feel kind of like, like a one-man wolf pack, or how important is kind of the team atmosphere, going into it?
Team is huge. I've been, with you here for so long that we have such good training partners here. The training's always top notch. Any time of day, you can always find, one of your good training partners come in here and work with you on his strength or your weakness, whatever it is. So team has, immensely helped. Then we're, connected with Robbie Rabati and Round Rock. I can go up there anytime I want to. He's going to help me with my striking, going to help me implement game plans, help me with my MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever it is. Even a lot of the team comes to my fights. It's very nice having that support behind you.
Good deal. And last question I have for you is, what do you have next? What are your future plans for as of right now?
Well, I had an October 16th fight scheduled, but because I got the stitches in the fight and I hurt my foot, I had to nix that one because I wouldn't have enough time to heal and train. So I'm looking for something in November. Nothing set in stone yet, nothing specific, just another fight. I think I got kind of spoiled in my second professional fight with Bellator, so I'd hopefully get something big like that again, but
Sure.
We'll see. Yeah.
Good. So are you staying in shape, or are you eating like Twinkies and donuts every morning?
I did that for about a week, but after being in shape so long, you start feeling sluggish and sick after doing that. So I'm already back in the back in the workout, eating healthy mode.
Good deal. All right, guys. So that's it here. Talking with Coach Andrew Craig. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and join us for the next one.